Hi guys, I'm back again. Okay, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm making a cover. I went to get a cereal box and they just weren't big enough because this is an A4 size paper, which I think this is American letter size, sort of similar size, and cereal box just wasn't big enough. So I got myself a book which was similar size, and I gutted it. So you got to find yourself either a book. So here is this book here. And I sort of put tape and everything in the middle. Like this is going to be having something in the middle when I actually put it all together. Put a bit of lace in there like that, and from one of the pages that I found in there, mainly for the colours, not for what it's got on there, but I love the colour. I made up a little envelope and he just sort of stuck that down, and then I'm going to put, is it January, February, March, April, May, June. I'm going to be using this to hold my months. So put them in there. Push that down. I've only just finished gluing it, and I've left it a space in there too, so if I want to put a couple of bits and pieces. And I've put this in here like that so it can hold the finished pages while we're waiting to put it all together. So what I am doing now, this is I got a book page from, I've got this awesome book. This was a bit too thick. The reason why I got this one because it's a bit thinner, and even though it's sitting out in the edge like that and the front page is going to be doing the same, I'm just going to cover that with some lace or something after I've stitched the signatures in. But I've got this really cool book, and it's got little Australias on there, and it was really nice paper, so I took that part from the inside front cover and the back cover so that I can have it on mine. Excuse my voice, still a bit croaky, but it's got the most beautiful botanical Australian illustrations. So I'm going to be using some of these throughout the year. And I also found at the end of the year, so this is what I'll use for next year, see I'm already planning ahead, is it had this awesome calendar of flowers. So I'll be using this. I might have to photocopy them. I'll keep one page or maybe photocopy for the months. So beautiful. And it shows you what flowers are for what time of the year. So I can probably utilise some of the flowers from the book in the calendar. So there you go. So I've already got next year's one ready to go. Well, that'll be 2020. Ooh. So I've got the back done, the inside just done. I've just sewn that, and these are these two pages are actually from that botanical book. And now I am going to be, what we're going to do today is we're working on the cover. So that'll go on there. So I've got it off like that. So I've gotten bits and pieces of, where are we? These are the flower fairies of the winter, spring, autumn. So I grabbed that off there. And I've got a couple of bits and pieces from both Edith Holden, from my Botanical Australian book. And this is actually Artie May's. So is this. So I just sort of plonked it on there just to see what I want to do. So today we're going to be putting it together, and this will be my front cover for this. I still need to make a cover page for the summer one, so that'll be the front cover for that one. Okay, now okay, I'll sit down and proceed to glue and sew and whatnot. But there you go. So if you haven't got a cereal box big enough, which I thought I would have, just get yourself an old book. Yeah, and it's actually got some nice stuff in that book. Be able to utilise a few bits and pieces from the book, particularly like, where is it? These shells. I'll be using that on the summer cover, I think, because I really like that, or part of the summer ones. What else has it got? Some really nice animals. Look, hedgehogs. So it's, yeah, and because it's matte paper, quite nice. So, okay, well, we'll get started on this. Where's my little, and see, I've torn off bits and pieces from here, cut out little butterflies. We've got beautiful eucalyptus. So I'll be putting some of those bits and pieces. And here's the Artie Mays A Winter's Tale papers, which I use that from. I'll probably use that in the winter's one. And I need my little sticky page. Right, use to glue. I should have thought of that beforehand. Okay, I'll be back in a tick. Got a new piece of paper. I need my paper that I use to glue everything on. I pre-cut all this stuff out last night. It may not all go in. It looks very cluttered at the moment, but it looks better once it's on. So what I did is I'll just put all the elements aside. I grabbed some of that paper again from that book. Where is it? The Splendid Book for Girls, the same paper that I'll be using on the inside of the journal. And I've gotten, this is from the Australian Botanical Book, same with that one, and same with this one. Really like that. But I may end up either or, I'm not sure. Not sure. I know I really love that. I think it's so cute. When I think of that, I think of spring, which is new life. So, there we go. So what I'll do, I've pre-inked around all the outside of them. So all that I'll be doing is none too exciting. It'll be just pasting. And I've run out of my glue sticks, so I'm just going to use PVA glue. And proceed to put that on there like that, I think. Paste and stick on and nut out exactly how I'm going to do it. I think autumn is my favourite season. That will, I'll have fun doing those months. I really love autumn. And stick this down. So I'm going to put that on top or sort of underneath. We'll see. I like having word elements. Just fitted perfectly in the corner. And of those of you who have Edith Holden book pages, there's some beautiful autumn leaves and stuff in there. So with any of you that are following along from America or England or Canada, you just be able to use the Edith Holden book as is. As I've got to go through it and nut out, okay, July is our winter, so July will be the summer pictures. I have to sort of nut it out and how I'm going to put it all together. That's why I'm using some of my Australian botanicals. Actually, before I glue that down completely, I need to glue this. Yes, when you think of autumn, I think of crunchy leaves, and in Australia, probably have it over in other countries as well, we tend to have a lot of gorgeous little mushrooms and stuff that come out that time of the year. They look really cute. We've got particularly those red ones, which I'll probably put in the actual journal itself. So, autumn. Got to be really careful with the PVA glue because it is wet glue. There we go. It activates the distress ink. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I'm still a bit of a sore throat. Autumn. I'll just put dead leaves down there. And toadstools up on the top. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory, this video. There we go. Stick it underneath. Now, I like it. I didn't think, because of the colour of that and the colour of the page, it just looks gorgeous. Like I didn't need to paint or do anything onto there. I really sort of like the earthy colours. So I will probably, rather than doing spring, I will do summer, just so we know that it all goes. And turn this around. This is one of my subbies. I think it might have been Jenny, I don't know who it was, suggested in my December page to put wattle, and I thought that is a really good idea, because I put in the, what did I put on there? I think it was the holly or whatever, because it was Christmassy, and it's not necessarily out in December in Australia. That I could have put some of this, or maybe even beautiful red bottle brush that comes out at this time of the year, which is so pretty. So I will do it for the summer. There we go. Now, so thanks for that idea. See, I don't mind getting suggestions from my subscribers. I think it's great. And I thought I'd put one of these little butterflies, because we do tend to have a lot of these little white butterflies floating around Australia. That was part of the Australian book as well. Okay, I'm going to put that actually on there. Yeah, I think on there. On the top. I think this needs a bit more. This is really quite thick paper. I think it needs a little bit more glue than the other stuff. Oh, get off. Hopefully this is all in frame, guys. Yeah, it is quite thick. Oh, and I move my butterfly. Yeah, it's a bit more glossy. So I'm going to see if I can try and seal the front page with something, but because this is distress ink, it may you know, react, which is not good. Okay, butterfly, you stay there. Now I've got my summer page, put that there. So that was handy having those on my fairy books. But now I've got to figure out. Yeah, I might go over that. Nah, that'll do. I was going to go over that there, but that's all good. And then have this there. No, I think it needs to go underneath. Yep. That's just the name of the plant. I like having a little bit of writing in with it. Just looks nice. Okay. This little butterfly being rather difficult. There we go. I really like the way that it's sort of forming a circle, which I probably will continue on. Now, I've got spring and autumn. I mean spring and winter left. I was going to use that one, but I still may use that, I think, because when you think of spring, you think of blossoms. Where are you? That there. And then this is winter. And that's from Under a Winter. Well, that what goes with this one. I still may use that in my other pages. So in winter time, just wanted to use a few elements of rather than going along the side, or go in the middle, which will take up some of this page here, which will be okay. And then I've got some of this which I was going to stick down and maybe sew on. I really quite like, because it's the front cover, I want to have a couple of fabric elements. I wonder if I can put that on there. It does sort of slot in there rather well. What do you think, Kay? And then just stick that on top. I may have to stick that with tougher glue. And have winter like that. Yeah. I think so. I think this is just adding too much of another colour. So that'll go away. Okay. So winter flower. Because it's from the Australian book, we'll need a bit extra. It seems to be a little bit on the difficult side. It's good that it's nice and thick. I've got my window open, so you'll probably be able to hear some cars going by and whatnot. The birds are a bit quiet today. It's usually nice hearing the birdies. My neighbour's actually got a canary that sings every now and again, which is rather sweet. Okay, put that up there like that. Make sure that it fits in. Yes. Is it straight? Ugh, there it comes again. Okay. Actually, while I've got this glue out, I will do this, because I'm going to need to use different glue for the that stuff. Okay, I really love this picture. It's probably one of my favourite pictures from Edith Holden book. It's really quite cute. Okay. Yeah, that's why it made the front cover. Okay, now we're going to put that over the top. Stick that in there like that. Put it a little higher. I think so. There we go. Okay, sorry if I'm out of frame. Hope you guys are enjoying this little adventure that I'm going on, and that you're able to maybe go along with me and do this. That would be good. Okay, there we go. There's a lot to do in this month because we're prepping everything for the year ahead, but in the year ahead it'll be nice and easy because it'll be just once a month. There we go. So Edith Holden stuff tends to stick rather nicely. Now, spring, I think I'll put that there. Yep. PVA glue, very sticky. Nothing says spring like baby birds in a nest. So cute. Okay, now, oh, my tummy's going. Get this glue out. This is a beautiful bit of leaf lace fabric that I got in my when I did a journal swap with Wendy. We added extra bits and pieces and she put this in. I thought this was really nice, very different, but yeah, I like it. I don't think I've seen anything like this before, but I love leaves, so it'll go well. Add a bit of texture. Yep. And just tucks in there beautifully. Stringy stuff. Put that on that side there like that. Okay. There we go. That's the beauty of doing the front cover. You can add a bit of texture to it, which is what I like. Definitely going to stick the winter there. That can go on with this. Yeah, winter in Europe is completely different to winter in Australia. Winter in Australia, that's when everything goes green and you know, it looks nice, but we do have the trees tend to be, you know, look a little bit dead, but with the no leaves and whatnot on there after autumn, but it becomes really green, whereas in Europe, that's when it's summer, is when everything comes out green. Now, I'll have to, oh my goodness, it really is going blah there. This is one of the titles from Artie Maze's A Winter's Tale. I just thought I didn't have, I might be able to find somewhere that says barn owl somewhere, a little saying. I think Edith Holden book might have it in there somewhere. Do that later, but for now I'm just sticking this on because I like to have some wording. Hopefully you guys can see this. The trouble with a big page. Ooh, might move that over. And then my little barny owl. He is very cute. Love the colours of the owl. I was going to put a snowy owl because it was winter, but the colours of this one just look better. And it was still part of Artie Maze's pages, so Winter's Tale pages. Okay. Now, certainly makes a difference when you've got everything already prepped. Took me a while last night to get all these cut up, but you don't want to be watching that. It's boring enough for you to watch me paste everything all on. Now, see how many minutes? 27. Okay, so what I was thinking was, got these two strips that I was thinking I wanted to put in there, and just sort of glue and twist, and I might even sew around there just to add a little bit of interest. So I'll just glue as I go. There we go. Adds a bit of interest to the page. Whether I decide to glue that down, sew that down or not, I don't know. I quite like the look of it without being sewn on. Little bits of stuff in there. I like that. Now I was thinking of doing similar along here and coming around there. So we'll start it here. So here we go. Because it's not a massive piece, we'll just glue and twist, glue and twist. Okay. And see how that turns out. It's nice, and I think this might be muslin, I think. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. When you're concentrating, you go a bit quiet. I might put that a little flatter and add bits of glue along the way just to make sure it stays. Like that. There we go. Pretty. A little bit in there. Okay. Okay. So it looks so much better once it's all glued down. It looked a bit messy when it was sort of sitting on there. There we go. Quite like all those little daggy bits hanging off. Now, I may stitch around the outside. I don't know. Have some lace. I might stitch around the outside. I think that probably would really tie it all in. Look pretty good. But I've got this as well, and I quite like it. I think maybe having some green along there and some green along here might look nice. You can only try, hey? Only try. Okay. Just to add a bit of colour. And because this is sari silk, it doesn't need a great deal of twisting. You just plonk it on because it's got all the threads and everything coming out of it anyway. Twist it around. Quite like the colour. Sort of has the colour of spring and summer anyway. Maybe, there we go. Might just cut that off about there. There we go. Gee, don't mind that. Don't mind that. Okay. Maybe stick a bit of extra glue down there. I think it's going to look really nice around here because it'll bring out the green from there. Okay. Get rid of this daggy bit. That's where they've joined up. And maybe continue this on here. Hopefully you're getting in frame here, guys. There goes my tummy. It's letting me know it's nearly lunchtime. Okay. hopefully that looks all right. I might take a little bit of that off. Okay. Keep that bit. Yep. Now, let's have a look. Well, we're on 35 minutes. Well, it does take a while to make these things. Okay, well, there we have it, I suppose. Where is my book? Down here. Ugh. I might sew around the outside of that and then stick that on the top. And then there is our cover for our art collage journal, sort of seasonal art collage journal. I'm quite happy with how that looks. It is a little different having these little squiggly bits on there, but I like it. I like the texture. I may even get a few little buttons and stick a few buttons in between here and here. So I will show you on the next one anyway. Well, for the next part of this, I'll be doing the cover pages for the summer, winter, autumn and spring. So you'll get a few extra ones along the way. But I thought I'd just do this one just so I can store all my stuff. And I need to get back to doing my custom orders. So I will catch you around with more cover pages. Okay guys, let me know if you are going to be participating with me. I'd really love it if you could. It'll be fun, and I will catch you around. Thanks guys. Bye.